In the presidential campaign, Herman Cain, who has risen in the polls on his economic plan, seemed to have trouble today on foreign policy when he sat down with the editorial board of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The question was on Libya.
So you agreed with President Obama on Libya or not?
Okay, Libya. President Obama supported the uprising, correct? President Obama called for the removal of Gaddafi. Just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing before I say, yes, I agreed, I know I didn't agree. I do not agree with the way he handled it for the following reason. No, that's a different one. I got to go back to see. Got all this stuff twirling around in my head.
When he got his thoughts together, Cain said the Obama administration had not done enough to assess the Libyan rebels, their strength, and their plan to govern. Cain was much quicker in that interview on those economic questions we talked about. John Dickerson in Washington is our CBS News political director. And John, what's the Cain campaign saying on this?
Well, I talked to them, and they recognize that this is a viral video nightmare. Mr. Cain has been making the case that if he comes into office, he'll be able to get up to speed quickly on these issues, and this shows the understandable difficulty of trying to cram too quickly on it. What they say is that he was being peppered with a number of different questions on a number of different fields, and then he only had 4 hours of sleep. They said, though he stumbled at first, he finally round home to his essential point, which is that the president didn't pay enough attention to the opposition and who'd be taking over in Libya after Gaddafi was ousted.
How has Cain's position in the polls been changing?
It's been dropping. There was a new poll out by CNN today that showed those sexual harassment claims have been weighing on him. He's down 11 points since last month. And also the underlying attributes. Underneath that, he is now the most unfavorably seen Republican candidate among the general population. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch. He's had those numbers dropping for that reason. And also this video hits on his biggest weakness, which is people worry about his ability to be commander-in-chief.
And Newt Gingrich, the former Speaker of the House, his poll numbers have been rising. What's behind that?
His poll numbers have been rising. He's now basically tied at the top with Mitt Romney. What's interesting about that is that his favorable rating has gotten much, much better. He used to be an unpopular politician. Now among Republicans, 61% say they have a favorable opinion of Newt Gingrich. There was a period at the beginning of his campaign when he was having trouble. A voter came up to him in Iowa and said, why don't you just get out of the race and stop disgracing yourself? People have changed their minds.
John Dickerson, CBS News political director, thank you very much.